Team 17.
Sassy Chat Games.
Date everything.
Mm-hmm.
Before you see them, you can feel them. An overwhelming air of cool, of rebellion and edge given form. Leather and metal and the best hair and eyebrows you've ever seen. This rogue is impossibly cool. And looking at you like you owe them money.
You got a problem, punk? Oh, damn, that was rude of me, wasn't it? The name's Bobby. Bobby Pinn. Mm-hmm. And you might not have heard of me yet, but trust me, the name Bobby Pinn's gonna be known all over the house real soon. How's this strike you? The Pinn Crime Syndicate. Oh, wait, no. The Pinn Criminal Empire. Not yet, but I will be, baby. I've been locked up in Hoop's bag for years, and I'm finally free! You know, the vacuum cleaner. I had a lot of time to think while I was in there, you know, about who I was gonna be when I got out. Getting bent all out of shape, it does something to a Pinn, you know? Makes you reevaluate your priorities in life. Makes you think long and hard about who you truly are. Oh yeah, I used to be Pinn straight, if you can believe it. Getting sucked up into Hoop's bag was a real revelation. I never really felt quite like myself before. Would have liked it better if I didn't have to be locked away for a while first, but I feel like for the first time in my life, who I am and who I've always been are one and the same, baby. It has been good for me, yeah. Thanks. I've been locked up, but I'm here now, baby. I'm ready to take what's mine. The real question at this point is just where to begin. Where do I situate my burgeoning criminal enterprise? After all, you know the first rule of business. Location, location, location. Of course it does, because I know what the hell I'm talking about. Tell you what. Let's make a game out of this. I gotta scout some locations for Pinn HQ. If you can find me, I'll let you be a small part of this little venture. What do you say? Rad! Welcome to the Pinn family, baby! Just to make sure you don't miss this opportunity of a lifetime, I'm gonna give you a hint about where I'll be. I'm gonna be doing my dirty deeds in a place that gets you real clean. Ha! Catch me if you can, Normie! I'm out! Boo! that scream? You can't be a hardened criminal if you leave yourself wide open like that. Welcome, recruit, to the future location of the heart of the Pinn crime syndicate.
Bobby gestures expansively to the laundry room.
Just look at all the opportunities here. Oh yeah, I like the sound of that, boss. So check it out. I call this one Sud Scam. You go out around the house, spilling stuff all over the place. You know, by accident. Wink, wink, wonk.
They wink at you 4 times in a row, huge and exaggerated, just to be sure you're both on the same page.
When they're like, oh man, what do I do? My clothes are ruined. You tell them you got just the person for them, and you send them to me. You wash their clothes, and while that's going on, I go through their pockets. Next thing you know, we're rolling in the dough. Yeah. I guess we aren't all mega-rich gangsters like myself walking around with fat sacks in our pockets. So, maybe there is just one tiny flaw. All right. Let's see how this one strikes you. I call this one the old switcheroo. People bring us their laundry. We take that laundry and sell it online. Then we replace it with cheaper pieces that fell off the back of the truck. When they say, hey, that's not my clothes, we're like, yeah, it is. I look at you and I'm like, that's what you brought me, right? And you go, yeah, boss, that was it. And we just stare at the customer until they leave. How about it? Damn it, recruit. When you're right, you're right. The scam's gotta be self-sustaining. Otherwise, there ain't no point. Okay, so maybe that one wouldn't work. But there's gotta be something good here with stealing clothes. After all, that's where people keep their valuables.
A red-haired laundry hamper explodes into your midst, all rage and indignation. She points at Bobby with a trembling hand.
Stealing clothes?
Ah! What the hell?
I won't let you take anyone else! Never again, you hear me? Never again!
Calm down, you harebrained harpy. I'm just spitballing ideas here.
She points at you now.
Take your kidnapper friend and get out of here before I toss you out myself!
I'm going! Yeesh!
Bobby twists out of her reach, making their way to the door with you.
Damn! Bobby Pinn can read a room, and I'm reading that the laundry room ain't the place for pinning. All right then, newbie. Here's your hint for the next place you can find me. I'm a pin of business. A legitimate business pin. You got that? Pin out.
For the last time, I don't have games on my computer.
I can literally see a game right there on the desktop.
Well, that's for me, not you. I work hard. I deserve a little self-care. Mama needs to play a little arachnid old maid every now and then to soothe her nerves.
Hey, I got nerves that need soothing too.
From what? Pretending to run a criminal empire?
I'm not pretending. This is legitimate.
Sure, kid, sure. Oh, look, your friend is here.
Leave us alone. We got business to talk.
Sure, business.
Well, look who made it. Welcome to the potential future home of the Pinn family's crime paradise. Open your mind, baby. Criminal enterprises are way more than a guy in a trench coat selling you stuff in an alley. Any real mafioso's got an accountant and an office and a whatnot. Can't you see it now? Right there, on the desk, on a big shiny plate. Robert Bobby Pinn. Legitimate business pin. God, I thought the Bobby in quotes would make it obvious I am not stuffy old Robert Pinn. I'm Bobby, sensual and sexy criminal mastermind, with a brain as fat as my wallet. Ha! I mean, yeah, bigger is always better. But all right, if the nameplate ain't selling you on the vision, check this out. I call it funny money, honey. So we tell people I'm a finance pin. A scam HQ, the office, really sells people on the whole thing. I make a bunch of fake degrees and licenses and all that. They bring me the money. I take it. Then we tell them that I invested it, and it's totally making a bunch of money, and they just gotta be patient. Meanwhile, we get some more suckers, take their money, and give it to the old suckers. We just keep finding new suckers to keep the scam going. It can't fail. Yeah. I mean, a hardened gangster like me can handle a couple of years in jail, but I can't be endangering the rest of my crime family. Besides, if I get locked up again, who's gonna take care of the rest of you yahoos? No, that won't do. Seems like the office just ain't gonna be the place for us. But hey, that's okay, baby. A gangster like me is flexible. So here's your hint for our next potential location. Darkness. Scary! Potentially completely locked! Spiders! Get out, baby!
The attic is dark and cold. That's to be expected. What you don't expect, however, is that Bobby has company before you get here. Then again, it might be more accurate to say that Bobby's company has them.
Listen here, you little worm. You think you can just slither into my attic and start helping yourself to my real estate?
No,
No, mistress.
No, mistress.
No, you spineless, pathetic little pin. Nothing happens in this attic without my say-so. You understand? You will not be playing pretend gangster in here without my express permission, you sniveling, lowly little maggot.
The safe casts her steely gaze towards you, and you could swear the room has gotten 10 degrees colder.
Another uninvited guest. Why don't you go explain to them that you will not be conducting your business here?
Yes, ma'am.
Good, Pinn. Don't disturb me again, or I'll have to punish the both of you. And it won't be the fun sort of punishment.
In the middle distance, a confused sound comes from a new, moneyed object.
What now?
Nobody you need to worry about, my angel of accounting. No one of worth or consequence.
Oh, I see.
Bobby lowers their voice, doing their best to appear entirely unbothered by the conversation you just witnessed. They try to strike a casual pose, leaning one arm against the wall, but they accidentally hit a spiderweb and shriek.
Goddamn!
They look back towards Sophia and lower their voice again.
Welcome to the attic. Potential future site of the Pinn criminal empire. I was just thinking the same thing. I mean, it's cold, yeah, and it's dark and scary, which is, like, great for striking fear in the hearts of enemies. But Bobby Pinn runs a warm and welcoming criminal empire. I don't know if this place is really great for the vibes I was hoping to cultivate. But just to be sure, let's see how this scam strikes you. I call this one Scared Broke. So check it out. You bring our potential suckers up here to the attic. They think they're gonna have a meeting with me, the big boss. We keep them waiting a while, a good 20 minutes or something, and you keep reassuring them I'm coming. I sneak up on them, scare the shit out of them. They drop all their money and valuables, as one does when scared shitless. We pick it all up and get rich. Repeat, repeat, repeat. God, yeah, you're right. It was a great idea, but all these wise guys up here crowding my shit and ruining the vibes. Yes, it's not my fault, but it won't work, will it?
Bobby looks around the room, as though desperately trying to source some inspiration from somewhere. They fold their arms over their body, trying to keep warm while still trying to look effortlessly cool. The result is less than convincing.
Well, look, maybe this time you come up with a scheme for us. Huh, recruit? This place is cramping your style, right? I knew it. No, this place just doesn't have what it takes to host the Pinn gang. I wanted to give it a fair chance, but my time is too valuable to waste. You know?
Bobby strides forward boldly, head held high.
This place ain't for the Pinn gang. It sucks!
What did you say, you miserable little worm?
Yikes! I'm out of here!
Bobby calls over their shoulder as they disappear down the stairs.
You can find me where the magic happens, baby! A den of sin and rest in equal measure!
As soon as you chance upon Bobby's newest location, you find Betty already speaking with them.
Bobby, is that you?
You know me?
Little Bobby Pinn. Look at you now. You've changed so much.
Well, yeah. I'm not a little Pinn anymore, you know?
No, you certainly aren't. You've really come into your own, haven't you?
Why do you have to say it like that? I'm a grown Pinn! And beyond that, I'm a goddamn gangster!
Oh, you certainly are. Look at you.
She pinches Bobby's cheek, which really seems to upset them.
Hey! Stop that!
Your family has been worried sick about you, you know. You should stop into the bathroom and see them before you go.
I will! Wait. You know my family?
Of course I do. They come through here all the time, you know, talking about their sweet Bobby. I knew you when you were just a little thing. One pin among many. Even then you were special.
Gangsters don't have feelings. But if I did, I'd be real touched.
Bobby's gaze falls upon you.
All right, that's enough reminiscing. I got business to run.
I'll just bet you do. Take care, sweetheart.
Yeah. You too.
Bobby sits at the edge of the bed, looking unusually thoughtful. They pat the spot next to them, inviting you to take a seat.
There you are, rookie. Have a seat. Yeah, I'm all right. Just weird being back here so close to where I grew up. You know, I haven't been back to see my family since I got sucked up by Hoove. I will. I just haven't gotten up the courage yet. That's real nice of you to offer, but I gotta do it on my own. It's not about, like, who I am, you know what I mean? My family's always been real accepting. I think they knew I was meant for more than being another one of the crowd in there. That's the problem, too. They're so accepting. If I come home and I haven't made shit of myself, they're all gonna pat me on the back and ruffle my hair. They're gonna say, "Oh, our sweet baby Bobby, our angel, you're perfect just the way you are." Yeah, it is. It feels like failing. I spend all this time away from my family. If I come home and I haven't made anything of myself, I don't know. As sweet as they are, it just kind of hurts worse, you know? It'd be easier if they were nightmares. If they just yelled at me and let me be angry. Knowing they'd be happy no matter what I do, I don't know. Am I making any sense here? Well, if I don't, who will? How else am I gonna make something of myself? Nobody else is gonna do it. I want my family to be proud of me, not just cool with me. So I gotta be a little hard on myself. Otherwise, I won't have no kind of pressure on myself at all. And then I'll just do nothing. I thought I already knew, but maybe I never had a damn clue.
Bobby stands, dusting their hands off. From what, you're not sure, but they seem to think it makes them look cool.
All right, rookie. That's enough wasting time talking about feelings. I got one more place to check out. I think it's a real winner. You can find all kind of extreme temperatures there. Hot, cold, and all kinds of work happens there. See you there.
For once, Bobby isn't in the middle of a conversation or cheerily posturing when you find them. They look lost in thought.
You made it. Welcome to the future site of the Pinn Crime Family HQ. You could tell, huh? Guess there's no point in keeping it in any longer. I've been all over this damn house. I had so many ideas for schemes. But what's the point? This is a house, not some bustling metropolis full of suckers. We all have the same shit. We all share the same space. You can't share space with your suckers. That shit is awkward as hell. You know, I spent all my time locked up thinking about all the ways I was gonna make money. All the ways I was gonna make my family see I wasn't just little Bobby Pinn anymore. I was gonna be somebody. Now that I'm here, I don't even know what the hell I'm supposed to do with myself. Well, hell, why not? It doesn't take much.
Bobby strides over to the door where you keep your iron.
Watch the master at work, rookie.
Bobby sets to work at the lock, closing their eyes and holding one hand before their back.
Wait, actually, I can do you one better.
They contort themselves into all sorts of knots, closing their eyes and twisting themselves into the keyhole without the use of their hands at all. It's a sight so bizarre you wonder if perhaps you ought to have taken off the dateviators. A bobby pin fitting into a keyhole would have been far less disturbing to witness.
What's all this then?
What are you, the fuzz?
I'm the door.
Well, buzz off and open already. Trying to show off my world-class lockpicking skills to my associate here.
I suppose you're harmless. If you want to see the wizard, go right ahead.
How'd you like that shit, huh? Ha! I told you.
Wow! Now that's what I call showmanship.
Ah! How many times am I gonna get startled in this damn house?
My apologies, friend. I meant no harm. I only wanted to commend you for the commensurate showmanship you showed there. I mean, those twists and feats of dexterity. Audiences love a thrill like that.
They do?
Of course they do. Trust me, I would know. Audiences love me. I was in there the entire time, wondering to myself, can they overcome my lock? An iron like me can't be locked behind just any sort of lock,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and even though I have no problem retaining an audience's attention myself, none whatsoever, why, just imagine the sorts of heights we could reach with you as a part of my act.
Wait, really? You mean I could be part of your magic show?
Most certainly. Just imagine it. You and I pulling off daring escapes. Me, the world-famous magician. You, my bright-eyed young assistant, pulling in the younger crowd.
I could be famous. I could really be somebody. Hell yeah, I'll be part of your act.
Splendid!
I just gotta wind up some business first, if you don't mind giving me a minute.
Naturally. I'll be here when you are ready.
I can't believe what just happened. I wasn't expecting all this. Us? Well, look, maybe it's better we don't work together. After all, it'd make the huge crush I have on you kind of awkward. Power dynamics and all that, The Pinn crime family has standards, ethics. I'd have to submit all this paperwork to HR, da-da-da-da-da. What a pain in the ass. You're telling me you couldn't tell? You never felt that crazy electricity between the two of us? I was trying to stay cool, but I was gonna blow at some point. Better we don't have all that baggage in our way now. Of course it's not just you. This shit was mutual, baby. Anyone could see it. Can you imagine our suckers trying to let us scam them? Meanwhile, we're making eyes at each other the whole time? Disgusting. Oh, you like being watched? Interesting. I'll have to remember that. But in the meantime, I guess I got some rehearsing to do for my new gig. You wanna come with? I can get you a backstage pass. Hell yeah!
Bobby offers you their arm, and as you walk forward together, you're struck by just how good it feels to be partners, ready to support Bobby in their exciting new venture, and receive their support in turn. As you watch Bobby perform, you're deeply proud to call them your beloved. When they turn to smile at you in the crowd, they make you feel as if you're the only one in the room.
Give it all up for you in a heartbeat, baby. Hey, I've been hoping you might come by. I've been practicing this real dangerous trick, and my concentration's shot. A little smooch could help me focus, you know.
When your lips meet, that ultra-cool facade Bobby's so carefully cultivated fades away immediately. They melt in your embrace, still smiling dreamily when you finally part.
Woo-hoo! All right. I thought that was gonna help, but I'm more distracted than ever now. We're just gonna have to get together later. All right, babe? Me too. See you soon. Hey, it's you. What's up?
The great Bobini! Our training awaits.
Ah, beans. Bonnie, I changed my name. I'm Bobby Sticky Fingers now.
What?
I gotta scram for a bit. This ironing board guy, he's a lot.
Poof! Yeah.
You're here for the show, yeah? Oh boy, get ready for some real corny stuff. Well, he's kind of a dinosaur, but he's got his charm. And you gotta promise me not to tell him this, but he's got this amazing collection of coins. Not like fancy ones or old ones or whatever. Real coins. Just plain old high-quality cashola. And I may or may not liberate several of them on fairly regular occasions. Well, yeah. I may be mostly retired from scamming, but I ain't dead.
Ah, okay, you're here. Good. Ha! Ha! I must confess to being more than a little nervous. As long as it's been since I put on a show, it's even longer since I've had a rehearsal. And especially a rehearsal in front of a human whose opinion I respect.
Welcome to the world of magic.
Thank you, Bobby. Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentle spoons, to the long-awaited return show of I, Ronaldini, the great and tremendous. No, I was never terrible, really. It was all a cover.
Yeah, and a good cover, too. You thought he was garbage, didn't you?
As you all know, I am a master of many magical feats, any of which would wow and astound you. But for this my return show, I shall focus on one area of my brilliance, a skill that has recently and powerfully affected my own existence. That of transfiguration.
I came up with that word, you know? He was gonna say magical switcheroo. Yep.
Shush, Bobby. Now, prepare. Prepare to be amazed. I shall begin, as most performers do, with something seemingly simple. In the blink of an eye, I will transport myself from one side of this room to the other. Bobby, is the switcheroo, magical switcheroo magic ready?
Yes, sir. Oh, Grand Magus.
Presto! Like the crack of a whip. Whammo! Like a flash of lightning. I am here. And then I am there. Are you amazed? Damnation! I shall have to redouble my efforts. I give you this form. Or perhaps this is not the right face. Not for right now. I give you, then, a darling teddy bear who reads you to sleep and holds your heart in his big, capable paws. I can even transform our beloved assistant Bobby through the power of my magic.
My guy, touch me with your magic or otherwise, and lose your wand forever.
Well, yes. Never mind that, then. Magic is vitally about the consent of all parties, you see. Now, what if we change something belonging to yourself? Your specs points, for instance? My, what a handsome array of points you have. I don't think you're nearly as smart as you say. Yes, you like that, don't you? I imagine I'm looking fairly charming right now, aren't I? I'll just take some. You are charmed by me. I could see it by the gleam in your eye. But if you continue looking at me in that unguarded way, you are in danger of becoming despoised.
Despoised ain't a word. Do your thing, Ronnie.
Chapow! Whoosh! Your points are mine! Oh, do I detect a note of sass? That was a sassy comment. You are not deserving of sass. But not to worry. I am not without empathy. Tell me now, are you amazed? Of course. There. Everything as it was before. Oh my goodness. What is this? What is this? And there you have it. My show. My first original show in so very long. And you were here, and we did it.
That we did. I am. Generally, both of those things. Anyway, I got a jet. Usually assistants would help with cleanup and stuff, but that just ain't me. See you later, old man!
Bobby, you were extraordinary. Couldn't have done it without you. You know, in the wake of such a fabulously successful show, I just have this wave of confessional generosity sweeping over me. Might I tell you something? It's not something I'm terribly proud of, but I think it does demonstrate a not insignificant amount of brilliance on my part. Yes, dear Bobby. I feel terrible, but I create so much counterfeit coin for my practice that it's terribly difficult to get rid of. So, having an assistant to offload it all through a nearby fence makes my practice ever more sustainable. It does feel better having that off my chest.
Give it all up for you in a heartbeat, baby.